Hey there, it's Shirley again, a life coach with the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise organization and CEO of Ordinary Greatness. So as I was standing on top of this mountain talking to you about one of the 22 ways that we could, things that we could do to get out of our own way, something else came to mind because I peeked in on my Facebook and I saw some information that I wanted to share with you. I know that you see a lot of my associates, my business associates and friends, talk about this organization called Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. Well, in October, I can't remember now, it's going to be 5 years that I made the choice to be part of this organization. And honestly, when I joined them, I didn't know what I was really getting into. I just knew that I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I knew that I needed a change. I also knew that I had grown from where I was and it was time to be somewhere else or do something or even become someone else and or improve on myself. And so I got out of my comfort zone. I drove to the city. I took this course. I met my coach, Derek Sweet, and then he invited me to be a part of something much bigger. And I dare to say that it is probably in the top 5 of the best things I've ever done for myself. And in doing so, we work in this organization. We're a group of life coaches who work on our spiritual health, our physical health, eating habits, our dietary needs and desires. And then we learn about some things we should never eat. I'm working on that part, Derek, I swear I am. But we're creatures of habit and it takes time. But the other part that we're learning about is investing, and that's a program we call Investique. And that's an added bonus as to being a part of this organization. So periodically we get stock reports and research information on some things that are going on in the world that most of us are completely oblivious to. And we get to share that and learn about what companies are doing and how companies expand and when they sell and when they collaborate and when they collapse, because not everything is meant to be forever and some things do time out. Some CEOs make bad choices, some CFOs make bad choices and embezzle. All kinds of things happen. There's nothing guaranteed in life. But what's really amazing is being a 27-year entrepreneur. There were many things I didn't know about business because I didn't go to school for business. Actually, I dropped out of college. And, fast forward, I don't know how many years later, I'm not telling you my age. But here I am. I've owned my own business for 27 years, and I've lost one and built it back and done some other things. But, through trial and error, I've learned a lot. But I dare to say I've learned so much by reading these research reports on these companies. I see how they collaborate. I see how they do what's called a Chapter 11, reorganize. I see how they split and sell off and do all these things that before joining this organization was way over my head and I never wanted any part of it. And as a matter of fact, I didn't participate in it the first few years of being in this organization because I felt like I didn't know anything about it and it wasn't for me, though I was a business owner. So I wanted to talk about briefly, even though I've already gone long, about having patience, because when I first started, I was looking for immediate, instant return on my money. And I didn't understand that patience, they say, is a virtue. I say it's a talent, a gift, and a blessing if you could stick in there long enough to have patience. And so by having patience, I believe we have a stock that today hit 500%. Now, for those of you who have people who manage your money and they choose what they're going to invest your money in based on either their likes or their dislikes or their knowledge, which is another way we give our power away, which is interesting. But anyway, we get to choose if we're interested in a company or, we might have some need to learn about it. It might benefit someone in our family. It might have affected someone in our family. So we make wise choices based on amazing research. So all of that to say that I had no patience in the beginning. And I was like, oh my God, when am I going to get a return on this little bit of money I invested? Because I only started doing a little bit at a time. 200 here, 300 there. And I was afraid. I was afraid to take a chance. I remember what happened when the stock market crashed. Thank God I didn't have enough money back then to have any money for it to crash. But the thing is that due to patience, due to being informed, due to having information, due to being involved in a community that shares our knowledge, that helps each other, that encourages, that informs, that lifts up, educates each other, we had patience, and we also believed in the information we were getting, and we did our own research into it as well if we were smart. And today I can say that most of us most of us who had patience um, are reaping the benefits of a 500% growth. I don't know if your broker is getting that kind of return for you. And I don't normally talk about money because people are so offended by money, but let's face it, you can't do anything without money. Um, you can do some things, but it doesn't allow you to be able to reach the things that you want to reach, go and see the things that you want to go and see. And if you're like me and the people in our organization, the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise, help to make changes in our community, in our lives, and eventually go abroad, because my dream is to be an international motivational speaker. And I have done it in some arenas, but I want to go everywhere. So I just wanted to share with you that I'm adding another thing that we can do out of our way to get out of our own way, and that is have some patience and faith.